We're on page 380 right now, and again, I was going to remind you of what you guys did in your K through 12 education, and if you didn't talk about this in your K through 12 education, we're going to now. Okay, so here is our equation, y equals 7/3 x minus 5. Now in this, the coefficient, that means the number that they're multiplying x by, is 7/3. That is our slope. Is it always going to be that way? Yes. When it's a linear equation, the number that is next to the input, or the independent variable, that is going to be the slope. And then this minus 5 out to the side, that's going to be the y-coordinate of our y-intercept. So we know we have a y-intercept of 0, -5. I'm going to assume that each one of these hash marks, put my x and y here, is 1 unit, okay? That is something I was extremely guilty of when I was a high school teacher. It's like, let's assume always that every box is equal to 1. And with what we're teaching, we can't do that, can we? Think about the graph we just did. Okay, enough of that. So let's go to 0, -5. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, again, that is our y-intercept. So please remember that our slope is the change in y over change in x. Our slope was 7/3. And these are it's a positive slope, and they're going to talk about it later in this book. If it's a positive slope, your line's going to rise from left to right. If it's a negative slope, your line's going to fall from left to right. All right, so this top number tells us how many to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that bottom number tells us how many to go left or right. So it's a positive slope, so I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now, had I had a little bit smaller grid, I could have kept on going. Up 7, right 3. Up 7, right 3. As it is, boy, this is going to be, don't laugh at this line. Okay, looks like I have the palsy there. But at any rate, so your step-by-step on how to graph equation slope-intercept form is on page 380. They asked us to plot the y-intercept. First, its first coordinate is always 0, and its height is a constant term in the equation. Step 2 is to find at least one other point on the graph. We did that. And they said you could either plug an input into the equation, or you could use the slope like what we just did. And step 3, draw a line through those points.